Speaking with us for Primetime Local News is Kim Crockett with the Bea Fisher Centre. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thanks so much. It's great to be here, Shelby.
Of course, we're always glad to be able to have you on here, Kim, and be able to speak with you. And now we are here to speak on a new fundraising initiative that the Bea Fisher Centre is partnering with Wickham. Can you kind of explain a little bit more details on what's all involved in this?
Sure. So a bit of the backstory, Shelby, and I think we've had some of these conversations over the past, probably months and maybe even a couple of years. But yeah, Bea Fisher's been actively doing some fundraising to raise quite a bit of funds, actually over $250,000, to try to do a number of improvements at several of our care homes in Lloydminster. And when we first started the fundraising, we were able to take on some projects. That first year afterwards went really well, and then COVID hit, and we all kind of have an idea what that did to everybody. So now that we're starting to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, we're ramping up our fundraising efforts again. And so one of the things that we were able to do this spring is a partnership with Wickham Nurseryland. They've been fantastic helping out all sorts of other organizations, even schools here locally, do some fundraising. And it looks like it was our turn to partner up with them this year. So what they've done is they've set aside a selection of items that individuals can purchase through our website, and a portion of all the proceeds from those sales are going to go back in Bea Fisher and help us with our next projects.
And can you list off any examples of some of the plans for what people can expect when they look online and look at the list?
Absolutely. So, well, the starting point is if anybody wants to see exactly what it is, our website has got a full list of them, and that's simply beafisher.com/fundraiser, and you'll find it on there. And you can also simply just go to our homepage and you'll see a link right to the fundraiser page. But it's a selection of some herbs, some succulents, some tropical baskets, some bedding plants for planting on your own, and then tomatoes. And then I think one of the most common ones this time of year, as we get close to Mother's Day, is those hanging baskets. And so they've got a great selection of them. And so we're able to sell some of them on behalf of Wickham as well.
And I'm sure the Bea Fisher Centre is excited to be able to have this back now since COVID has brought it to an abrupt end. How has support been since bringing this back?
It's been good. We just wrapped up our first ever online auction back in February, and we're really happy with how that came together, and looking forward to probably making that an annual event going forward. It was such a tremendous response that we had from the community. So for an event like this, a little bit different in nature, and even though really spring doesn't seem to have taken hold on us just yet, really happy with seeing how the orders are coming in. And I think as the weather gets a little bit warmer, we should see that even bolster up even more. But our cutoff date is April the 17th. That's a Sunday. So hopefully we'll have some really good warm weather by that point in time.
Oh yeah, especially after looking outside today. It's definitely a switch up from the last sunnier days we had for a bit there. So hopefully by that time, it'll definitely have some better weather.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. And I know you already brought up a bit earlier on where the website is and where people can be able to access it, but could you expand a bit more on where people can find more information and how they can pick up their orders and whatnot?
Well, I think the only thing I'd probably add in is just, reiterate where people can go to make their orders. So that's beafisher.com. Like I say, cutoff date is April the 17th. And then when it comes time to actually picking up your orders, the pickup time is going to be May the 5th. That's a Thursday between 4 and 6 out at Wickham Nurseryland, just south of Lloydminster. And that's the time. And it's just in time for Mother's Day as well, if that's kind of a theme for any of these purchases that are going to be made.
Perfect, Kim. Well, I'm glad we were able to speak today and kind of help get the word out on this fundraiser. And hopefully more people watching will be able to go check out that list online and put in some more orders for you guys. So once again, thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate the time so much. Thanks again to you, Shelby.